Welcome to episode 6 of TNT. It's April 15th. It's a Saturday show on a Sunday, which means that we're going to have some fucking fun here today.
Tones, yeah, buddy.
How you doing, bro?
I'm doing great. I didn't have to work today, so I'm hanging out.
That's a first.
Got myself a nice little drinky poo.
Yep. So do I.
Yep.
What are you drinking, by the way? That looks like whiskey.
It's Captain Morgan Private Stock.
Whoa. How'd you get that?
I got my sources.
Interesting. Yeah, I just got the standard Bud Light, official beer of the NFL. Always got to support the brand. Draft coming up too. So just to run down what we're going to do, I'm going to recap my experience at the arena football game on Friday night, which was a fucking blast. We're going to do a little overview quickly of Rough and Rowdy from Barstool, which is a huge event, and it was a lot of fun with Bill Burr. Then we're going to jump right into segments. We got a couple new ones. We're going to do the Mad Lib challenge, which we'll explain once we get there. I think it's going to be a fucking awesome segment. And then we got a horse race for the Sunday show on a Saturday show on a Sunday. And then, the normal ones. You still got to Ask a Gay, Tones Bones, a little Do You Remember? And then we got a 4-pack of questions to wrap it up. So let me jump right into it. So the Baltimore Brigade game. All right. So basically, I'm right underneath the goalpost of the field goal, and you're like on the field essentially. So every time like they're kicking off, the guys are an inch away from you, the players. So I was like coaching, like I was wasted. It was an open bar. And like the guy who's kick returner for Baltimore, the whole time I was like, hey, like follow your blockers, like watch 15, I'd be like, watch the slants. Like they could hear everything. And they were like listening, and you get a pound whenever like you want and shit. So there was a big controversy with me later in the game. So they stopped serving the open bar after the third quarter. So like with 5 minutes left in the third quarter, I went and filled up. Like me and this guy I met, we just like hoarded the bar, and like I got like 4 beers till like last me from like end of the third quarter throughout the fourth. So anyway, some guy in the Baltimore Brigade took somebody on the Washington Valor's towel. The guy on the Valor used to play for Baltimore last year. So he runs towards us with the Valor guy's towel and hands it to the guy sitting next to me. So the Valor guy runs over and he's just like, give me my towel. And the guy runs away with his towel, right? So then he's just sitting there looking at me, and I have my rally towel, and I'm like, here, you can use my brick by brick towel, my Baltimore Brigade towel if you want. So he just looks at me and just swats all of my beers. All of them. They're on a table right in front of me. 4 beers. He just literally smacked them, and they went all over me. And like everybody was like, whoa, like what was that all about? Like it got on my phone. Like I thought my phone was going to be fucked. And like I was just like, what the fuck, dude? Like those are my reserve beers. Like, and they stopped serving. Like I had Judge, Stanton, and Gary and Didi all lined up right here, ready to go. And he just knocked them all over. And like I looked over the open bar, they already like packed it up and shit. Like thank God somebody like already hoarded more beers than I did. So he's like, nah, it's cool. Like we have like 25 beers all filled up. Right. So it wasn't a problem. So anyway, the ref comes over and he's just like, what happened? I was like, that asshole number 7 on the Valor fucking knocked all of my beers over because dickhead stole his fucking towel. And he got mad at me. How is this not a 15-yard penalty? He was like laughing his ass off, gave me a fist bump. And I mean, that was the thing too. You're like talking to the refs the entire time. Like I was like chirping him. Like I was really in the zone with this player, number 1, Powell on Baltimore. Like every time it was the kickoffs, I was just like, you're bigger, you're meaner, you're faster than all these guys in the Valley. Like you can do this and that. Watch their slants, like breaking it down for him. And he was actually listening. So he ended up getting an interception, and they called it back because there's a legal formation on the defense, which is a penalty that does not exist. That can only be called offensively. And so anyway, the ref's coming over like afterwards, like a couple minutes later, is like, hey, buddy, like there's no such thing as illegal formation on the defense. And he just turns around and looks at me, and he's like, welcome to arena football. And everybody's like, that's your fucking reasoning? Like, what a terrible fucking job as a ref. But it is a blast. You got to get down here for a game. It is that fun. It's that much fun.
Yeah, it sounds like. I mean, I don't understand how that's allowed for him to just reach into the stands and knock over your beer. Like if that happened in the NBA, you'd have another Malice at the Palace kind of thing.
Oh my God. Forget about it. I mean, I would have been fine with a 15-yard penalty. Like that would have been just, and there was nothing. I just had to sit there soaked because this guy fucking lost his towel, gave it to some fan. And he took it out of my beers and my pants. You hear that in the background? That's me doing the wash because my pants, they smell like beer. So yeah.
More than usual.
Yeah, but it was so much fun. I am so stoked that I bought season tickets for it. So they're going to Philly next week to play the Soul, who won the championship last year. Then they come back to play Albany in 2 weeks. So I'll be there. So we'll recap that game again on the next or 2 Saturday shows from now. But yeah, man, we got to get you down here. It's gonna be a hell of a season. So we're 1-0. We won the game 61-56, high flying game.
Yeah, sounds like it's real high scoring.
It was just points everywhere. It was so much fun.
I mean, the field is a lot smaller, right? Isn't it like 50
it's
yards?
100 yards. I mean, like I think it looks 100 yards. I mean, like it feels tiny, but like I always look because 100 yards isn't as big as it seems. Like it's definitely more narrow, the field. Like there's walls too. These guys get fucked up when you tackle them into a wall. It's fucking crazy, But no, it's 100 yards, and our quarterback was dropping dimes. But you know what? Maybe it's only like 60 yards. It is pretty small, but like I always try to approach like what 100 yards looks like as a golf shot, and like it's really not that far. And that's what it looked like 100 yards if it was a golf shot, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's shorter. But yeah, we'll continue that throughout the episodes. We'll keep you posted on the Baltimore Brigade in their second season after their inaugural season last year. So moving on to Rough and Rowdy's recap. What'd you think? You watched it yesterday. So did I.
Yeah, no, it was a great pay-per-view. Obviously Thrill Ride lost by controversial decision. Wasn't too happy with that, but there was enough moments sprinkled. I mean, it was like 4.5 hours long, and I watched just about every fight.
I watched it all the way to the Thrill Ride fight, and then I didn't watch anything after that, which is probably something they're going to have to look at because I have a feeling that everybody did that.
Right. I was thinking, I mean, for next time around, they should do like 30 fights, which is still like 3 hours of content, and then make the main event the last one because 45 is just too much.
Yeah,
but you actually missed. It was either the last fight or the second to last fight. A guy came out in a pink Power Ranger costume.
Oh, I missed that.
It was pretty funny. He got the shit kicked out of him.
Yeah, I bet.
They interviewed him after the fight, and he was like, "So, why'd you go with the pink Power Ranger?" He's like, "Have you ever seen Kimberly? She's fine as hell. I'd smash." Like, all right, dude. Sound enough reasoning.
Yeah, there was. I mean, the fights were great. There were a couple like big knockouts. There's one where the guy just got like bloodied. Like, I mean, sometimes you just have a bad draw where you actually have to fight somebody who knows how to fight, and those always go terribly for people. Yeah. But yeah, going back to the Thrill Ride fight, he did lose, but I mean, it shouldn't have been a unanimous decision because he definitely won round 3. I think.
Well, so here was my thing. Unanimous decision doesn't mean that it's 3-0 like all the rounds. Unanimous means all the judges agree. So they could have all agreed 2-1.
Right.
That's what the Prez kept saying that on the things. Like, I don't think
that's why I'm confused because I don't watch boxing. So that's
I don't really either, but I watch a little bit of UFC here and there, and that's usually, split decision is when one judge says this guy won and the other two said this guy won.
Yeah. He definitely lost though. I mean, like unanimous or not. I mean, he looked pretty good. He got tired pretty early on. I mean, his entrance was long and might have taken a little bit. I mean, the guy from Germany was humongous. Yeah, that guy was and they were saying like he weighs all this food, so he knows exactly what's going into his body. I was sitting there like, man, I'm such a piece of shit. I just dump shit into my body when they were talking about that.
I just ate a whole pizza by myself last night.
I'm just like, yeah. Like, if I really sit down and think about what I just dumped into my small stomach, like, oh, yeah. But
I wonder why I don't look like that.
Yeah, but it was fun. I mean, I started at like 11 a.m. yesterday, and I finished at like 3. It was a solid 4 hours, but it was totally fun.
Yeah. I like the big fat guy that was like walking backwards and tripped over himself and just fell. You got
he just fell over.
Yeah. You got the milkman with the uppercut.
And then the big fat fetish lady.
Oh my God. Yeah.
That fight was brutal. She was just like falling into her opponent. And I don't even remember who won. I assume she lost. It was such a bad fight.
I don't think she threw a punch. She just like ran at it. Just ran like put her fist like in front of her and just like ran like right at the person.
Yeah.
Like a battering ram.
That's all she could do, I guess.
Yeah. There was the other guy. I don't know if he was after the Thrill Ride or before, but he kept spinning every time like punches would come in.
Oh, he was running away from the guy. Yeah, it was right before it. Yeah, he was like literally trying to run away from the fight and like he ended up getting knocked out. But overall, it was excellent once again. I can't wait for the next one. Hopefully, I'm a bigger fan when they have office disputes when you actually have their employees fight each other. So hopefully there's some beef that happens before the next one, so we can see some familiar faces in the ring. So with that, we're going to move right into our world famous segments. Funny story too, why we added the Taylor Hicks soundbite, because I find that hilarious. Back when like American Idol was in its prime. Did you watch it as a kid, like when it was really in its prime?
Yeah, I watched the first couple. I don't think I watched the first season, but I watched like maybe 2 through 4, 2 through 5, something like that.
Yeah, did you watch it like with your whole family, sort of thing?
Yeah.
So we did that too, and like when Taylor Hicks, that was like a 14 seed, like going all the way to the national title and winning.
You just looked at him. The guy looked like he was like 45, and he's out there with all these like TV poppers.
Like when like Ryan Seacrest is like, text this number to vote for Taylor Hicks. Like my entire family were like, all right, let's go. See Hicks, let's go. And then when it was Elvis Nat, he fucking rocked Jailhouse Rock, and it was the greatest performance in American Idol history. And like we knew, like once he won, we're not going to buy any of his albums. Like I was just voting for the underdog. I just wanted to see like the upset of the century.
Yeah.
And he did it, but that's why. So with that, we are going to jump right into our brand new Mad Lib challenge. Give me some music. All right. So I'm going to give Tones. He's going to have to give me all the words that I'm going to ask for nouns, adjectives, things like that. And then once we fill out that form, I'm going to read it, and Tones is going to have a sip of water. And if he spits it out, then he loses the game. So his job is just to not laugh. Okay. You ready?
I'm ready.
Give me a noun.
Chair.
Keeping it simple. I like it. Give me another noun.
Bottle.
Part of the body.
Nipple.
Noun.
Butt plug.
That was very off the cuff.
What could I say?
Adverb, which is a adjective that describes a verb.
Ooh.
Ends in ly normally. Hashtag grammar wizard.
Normally, is that one?
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
Whoop, excuse me. Person in the room, female. I'll fill that out as me. I'm close enough. Adjective.
Voluptuous.
Come on, I can't.
What? Just you asked me for an adjective. I gave you an adjective.
All right. Voluptuous. Plural noun.
Fuck. I didn't do very good in English when I was growing up.
You can go with boobs. You can go with people. You can go.
Let's go with Nazis.
Oh. Nazis. Okay. Person in the room.
I'll go with me because we really have you.
Tones. Animal.
Badger.
Good. Plural noun.
Badgers.
Oh. A place.
The Taj Mahal.
Taj. Person in room again.
I guess we'll go with you this time. I guess we'll go back and forth. There's only two of us here. We're not even in the same room, but
I'll put jambalaya down.
Okay.
Adjective.
Is brain dead an adjective?
Yes, it is.
Okay, let's go with that.
Okay. Give me a noun. Almost finished.
Remote.
Remote. Noun.
Another noun.
Another noun.
Garbage can.
Garbage can. Okay. Noun.
There's all these fucking nouns, man. Sock.
Sock. Adjective.
Fat.
Yeah. And then to close it off, a noun.
Let's go with Let's go with Captain Morgan Private Stock, sponsor this episode.
Captain Morgan Private Stock. Okay. We are going to go mad.
All right, let me get my water ready.
Get your water.
Hopefully I don't spit water all over my mic and ruin it, but
Tones is taking a sip.
Does it have to be like a full mouthful?
Yes. It's got to be just, an uncomfortable amount of water in your mouth.
So you're more used to this than I am.
Whoa.
Over the line? I'll say it's an over line. I'll give you the benefit of the doubt.
There you go.
All right. Water.
Okay, Tones is now taking a sip, and the water is in his mouth. Okay. All right, Tones. Look right into the camera. All right, I'm going to read this to you. It's called The Judge's Decision. The Judge's Decision. When it was my turn to audition for Chair Idol, the reality show where people compete to be the best solo bottle, I sang from the depths of my very nipple. When my song ended, I could hardly catch my butt plug, as I normally awaited the judge's response. First, Tom was very kind. She said, well, the good news is that you look voluptuous, and you really connected with the Nazis in that song. Then Tone said, you know, Badger, I dug your Badgers, and I thought I really had a chance to make it to the Taj Mahal. But then mean old Jambalaya said, horrible, terrible, brain dead. You sounded like an animal trapped inside a remote. I gasped and shouted, well, you just don't know anything about Garbage Can. I stormed out of the sock. I was going to make it as a fat singer, whether that judge from Captain Morgan Private Stock liked me or not. That's it. He did not spit out his water, but he came pretty close.
There was what did Jambalaya say?
She didn't like you. I just backed out, but she said you were terrible and brain dead.
No, it was the one with the voluptuous that almost got me.
Yeah, and I really connected with the Nazis. So that's a new Saturday segment. We'll get you. I was close.
Yeah, I get it was. I could have some better answers there. Like garbage can.
You went pretty simple. Great. Yeah. A couple of words. If you landed them, that would have been great. Like maybe a couple more farts, things like that. So that brings us to a horse race. Okay, so bear with me. I'm just going to bet. I'm going to bet Aqueduct real quick. They're in the gates. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it off, but hold on. I did this bad. I got to put money in my account. That only takes a second. But what do you got planned for the rest of the day while I do this?
Just crazy work week at work this week, so I'm going to catch up on some TV shows. Was going to watch Yankees all day, but both
games just got canceled.
Yeah, exactly. Both of them got canceled.
I'm having serious fucking Yankee withdrawal too right now. I really want to watch some fucking baseball, but I'm just stuck here watching the goddamn Red Sox just pound the Orioles. They suck.
You don't have the MLB TV?
I do. I have extra innings, but I have TVG on right now. All right, so Aqueduct just went off, so we're gonna have to bet Tampa Bay Downs. All right, so that while we wait, let's go through a nickname.
Okay. Let me pull the list up. Wasn't ready, but
sorry about that. Sorry, folks. Sorry, folks at home. This is kind of on the fly kind of show right now. Yeah. It always gets a little dicey when I do these horse race things. Oh boy, that's a solid win for the 6-horse at Aqueduct.
Okay. So yeah, to kind of preface this, back in college, we always used to make fun of oh, Tom has so many nicknames, whatever. So we decided to just kind of make a list one day. Our buddy Joe came up with it, and I transcribed it.
And I'd say 95% of the nicknames are self-given, by the way.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's some on here. I don't know if you would want to go by them, but yeah. But yeah, for sure. Most of them are self-appointed. So last time we did Tom a Tank.
Mm-hmm.
We that was when you said you wanted to be like Mike Allstott.
Yep.
And
fortunately, God didn't design my body to be a fullback, so that nickname didn't really make too much sense.
Not the right frame.
No.
But so we'll go with number 2 on the list of 45. The Roadshow.
Yeah. That's probably my most referred to nickname. That actually does have kind of a story. It's because I am a salesman and I spend most of my time in a car, and I'm a very, very good driver. I hate to toot my own horn, but I have only gotten in 2 accidents, and they're both in my driveway backing into a car that was parked behind me. So nothing actually out on the roads. The second time I was just like, oh my God, I can't fucking believe it. You're so fucking stupid, Tom. Like my dad's Mercedes Benz too. I was like, Dad, it happened again. And he's just like, what the fuck? Like, why don't you just like look behind you before you back out, you dick? But yeah, that's why I'm the Roadshow. Very good driver, spend most of my time in the car, and it's also a pretty badass nickname. So
it is.
I do like to use that nickname a lot. So yeah, that's the origin. So we'll move on while we still wait for a horse race. So do you remember? So we both had these. So I was telling you like what we were gonna do, and I was like, yeah, there's or you were telling me a story about with you and your old roommate with not being able to pay a cab fare. And I was like, oh, that same thing happened to me. So we both have stories of not being able to pay our cab driver and having to deal with the repercussions a little bit. So what happened with your situation?
So we went to the bar with maybe $30 each. Like maybe if we were lucky, we had that much money each. We knew there was a good chance we wouldn't like be able to find a way home. So we spent all of our money at the bar. We got a cab back, and we actually had him drop us off in a spot behind one of the dorms where there was like a fence and there was a little hole in the fence.
Mm-hmm.
And
did you know that hole was there? You did this on purpose?
Yeah. That was the spot. You should bring people there. Like we've done it a couple times, but this time in particular, it was me and my roommate, and I got out of the car first, and I just booked it, and I kind of left the other kid there. I went through the hole. I came up, I went to the right, and I just kind of hid for a second, and I was good. But the cabbie caught on quick, and he started chasing my roommate. He followed him, and I was going all the way around like another building, like where the cafeteria was. I was going around there, and I look over, and I see my roommate just like crouched behind a garbage can. He's hiding. I'm like, all right, what's going on here? And then all of a sudden, the cabbie runs out from around the corner, walks right by the garbage can, doesn't see him, like looks around, sees he's gone, and he's just like, dag nabbit, and he like turns around to leave. He sees my roommate just crouching there behind the garbage can. Just grabbed him by the ruff of the neck and called the cops.
Damn. How much is the cab fare? Was it like substantial, or?
It was like maybe $20, $30.
Yeah.
It wasn't a lot, but it was like
still like,
I mean, like looking back, it wasn't a lot at the time. Like we were broke, so it was like, no, we didn't have that. But they called the cops. They actually had him in the back of the paddy wagon. But then he ended up bumping into a girl that he was like hooking up with, kind of going out with, and then she ended up paying the fare for him so that he didn't get arrested. But the cabbie wanted to like press charges. He was like all ready to,
because he had to go run after you guys.
Yeah. I don't believe I got away though. Even though I'm the big slow one, and he was like small and quick, but slow and steady wins the race.
Yeah, tortoise in the hare. Yeah, exactly. So what happened with me was I was meeting up with my whole family. Basically, went to Villanova, and it was a big Nova UConn game at Wells Fargo Center, and I was broke too. This is school, so we go meet up early, like hours before the game. We pregame, and first, like we went into this bar that was next to it. It was called I forget what it was called, but I walk in and. I give him my fake ID, looks at it, and he's like, nope, this is fake, takes it away and walks away with it. But I had a backup fake ID, and I was like drunk enough where I was like, fuck that. So then I walked back in like 5 minutes later and turned right into the bar instead of like I turned left first. That's where the guy took my ID, made it right, and like they accepted my ID there. And then I was able to I just had to avoid that security guard. But anyway, I got so drunk by the time we got to the game, sat down on my seats. I looked over at my cousin. I was like, I gotta go. And he's like, what do you mean you gotta go? The game hasn't even started yet. He's like, nope. I'm drunk. I'm tired. Like, I need to go like now. And he's like, all right. So my uncle's like, I can't believe you're seriously leaving too. So he gives me like $150 because like I'm smashed. And he's like, just get home. Here's plenty of money to take a cab and get home. Like, okay. So I'm in the cab. I'm on my way back to St. Joe's, and I realized that the fucking money I lost it. I lost all the cash that he gave me. So I tell him, like, all right, you have to drop me off at the ATM that's across from my dorm room. And he's like, all right, no problem. So I go in, put my ATM card in, and I try to take out $20, and it's like declined. I'm like, shit. So then I try to take out $10, and it accepts. And the cab fare was like $34. So I walk out like real ginger, like, hey, thanks, man. I hand him $10. I just fucking sprint. I just run away. Sprint all across the street into my dorm. He didn't even chase me. I got away scotch-free.
Yeah. That's funny.
Yeah, it was pretty fucking intense. But yeah, that was my runaway from a cabbie story. And I apologize for these horse races here. They're taking fucking forever. I don't know what the fuck they're doing here. They're doing like a pre. Let me see if I have this channel. If I don't. Yeah, I don't. All right, so we're just gonna have to wait. So we'll just press on to Tones Bones. All right, what you got a bone to pick?
You said you had one?
I did. I just totally what was it? What the fuck was it? Did I text it to you? Fuck. Do you not have a bone to pick?
I kind of have a bone to pick with myself.
Pick it real quick while I think of what my fucking bone was, because it was a really good bone to pick.
Spending stupid money for no reason. It starts off about a week ago. I was laying in bed and I wanted to watch the MLB Network. I wanted to watch like quick pitch before I went to bed. Apparently there's no app to do that because, again, I'm just using my Fire Stick in my room. So long story short, I ended up buying like the MLB TV package, which is like $25 a month.
Yeah,
something crazy like that. And I get all of my in-market games here anyway, so it's not like I need it, but like I use it because I play fantasy baseball and I have 2 teams, so I usually keep up with my teams. And then we bought this soundboard, quote unquote, which I can't figure out. It's probably the most complicated piece of technology, more complex than the first rocket we sent to the moon. Like I literally have no idea how to figure it out. It's probably the wrong thing. I might have to return it. And then lastly, last night I put $100 on the Pelicans Trailblazers game.
Mm-hmm.
I took Trailblazers -5, parlayed it with over 217. Neither of them hit. So that was I just have a bone to pick with myself for just being an asshole.
Yeah, I gotcha. I mean, I'm guilty of all that shit myself. I overspend. I indulge on a lot of stuff, like the Baltimore Brigade season tickets sort of thing, But that actually, I got lucky.
At least you get something back from that. You get to go to a game, you get the buffet, whatever. This like this stuff, like I'm buying. There's no like tangible. I'm spending money. I'm not getting anything back for it. I mean, the base, like I get to watch, the MLB TV. I get that, but everything else is just like, oh, well, just throwing money down the drain.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I can't exactly remember the bone that I was something specific, but I'll remember it down the road. But I do have kind of a bone to pick. Being in Baltimore, there's a lot of homeless and poor people. Obviously, it's a disgusting, dirty, rotten city. And there are so many like panhandlers who sit there like right when you get to a red light, they have like the sign saying like, please, like, you can get away with that by just not looking at them. But in Baltimore, what we have is you get to a red light and these kids come up and they just fucking wash your window without asking.
Yeah.
And then they demand money. They're just like, well, that wasn't free, buddy. And I was just like, well, I didn't ask for you to fucking clean my windshield. And I just got my car washed and you fucked it up. The little shit.
Streak marks on my window now. What the fuck is this?
I have grown so unsympathetic towards the homeless since I moved down here. Like usually like, it's an awkward thing. Like, can you spare any change? And I'm just like, oh, like, I don't have any, or I'll succumb and give them something. But now it's just like, when you live by yourself and you have to pay all your bills and shit, like once it's all said and done, my self-worth is only like, enough to get by. So when people are just like, hey, can you spare anything? I'm just like, I'm broke too, pal.
Yeah.
Except I'm trying to work to fix it. I think you should try to do something similar, huh?
There was one time when I was doing this sales job and I was in Paterson, New Jersey, which is not a nice place, by any stretch. And I'm walking around, this guy comes up to me. He's like, hey man, listen, like I came here with this, this group, like this construction crew, whatever. We were doing a job and like they left me and I have to get back to Brooklyn. And he had this whole intricate, like list of like, okay, I got it. Like, I need this much money to take this train to this bus, to take this bus to this ferry to get back to like a whole thing's like, I need $27 total. Like anything you have can help. It's like, all right, whatever. I gave him a couple bucks. Next weekend, I'm back there. Same exact street corner. Comes up to me with the same exact fucking story. I yelled at this guy in the middle of the street, like, you were fucking here last week. You told me the same fucking story. I gave you $5. Get out of my fucking face. And he just, like, head down, like walked away.
There's one local homeless guy around here who's like, he just plays that really like innocent guy card. He's just like, hey, sir, I'm sorry to bother you, but if you got anything like that, I'm just like, listen, pal, no, I don't. I'm sorry to bother you. It makes you feel kind of bad. But you're like, no, fuck this shit. I'm done feeling bad for the homeless people. Like, I barely get by too. Except I just try to, do something about it. Like, I'm like these fucking guys who are content with living outside and shitting God knows where. That contributes to the shitty smell of this shitty fucking city. So that's Tony Bones.
It's like, hey, buddy, I'm a bad week from being in your shoes. So don't money.
Yeah, I overspent. I got my paycheck. I had paycheck Friday, this past Friday, and I've overindulged already. I did a couple. I mean, with the horse bets too, because I just bet on Tampa Bay Downs for $20, and like I'm not even gonna be able to watch it. So we'll find out if that was a good bet or not. But I do have $20 on a race that's like 5 minutes to post. So we'll keep rolling on, and I'll let you know when the horse race begins. So that brings us to our sixth and final segment before we hit you with the 4-pack of questions. It's Ask a Gay. What do you got?
Oh, let me pull up the list. Ask a gay. I don't like that. I have just like a list of questions for gay guys. Okay. So do you ever get I forgot. I had another one I was going to ask you. Oh, yeah. Okay. Is it true that once you go black, you don't go back?
Oh, is this? I had a sexual encounter last night with a black fella. It was, so this was greasy. I'm going to be ashamed to tell this story. All right. So this might not even be good to tell on a podcast. This could, I don't know if this is going to get me in trouble. But
keep it like.
Oh, I'm not going to be graphic. No,
okay,
but
okay.
I had to give the guy like $100. So it was essentially like prostitution, but it was via Grindr. He was just like, yeah, like I'll do this, but like, you got to give me like $80. I was like, okay, I'll give you 80. And I had to pay for his Ubers back and forth. So that like goes back to what I was just saying with the overindulging since Friday. Last night was inexpensive. It was a good time though. But to your question,
real quick, why did you have to pay him $80?
Because he was very attractive, and I think he is gay for pay, which is a big turn on for me. Okay. Like I said, I'm not going to get too graphic into this, but like I was wasted. I was so sauced up. Like that was like 9 p.m. and I started drinking at like 2. So I was just like, fuck it. Like, yeah, here we go. I just got to go to the ATM real quick, but yeah, it was nice. It was a good time. The Uber on the way home for him, like the one here was like $15. The way home was like 60. I don't know what the fuck happened.
He stopped. He got some food.
Yeah, Jesus Christ. But no, it's not true. I mean, I go through. I like having sex with black dudes a lot, but. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to go back. I mean, like, it's not like it's always has to be a black guy. Sometimes it's just like Saturday night. Like, let's go. Let's get a black
I guess it's different when you're the top, because like the whole reason behind the once you go black, you don't go back.
Oh yeah, like, no way.
Huge dick supposedly. So
they do. They do have very large dicks, but because I paid good money for last night, I didn't even have to fucking look at it. I had to touch it. Yeah, but sorry again. I always say I'm not going to get graphic on you, but then I do. It's a greasy world. We all got most of I'd say our demographic is mainly 100% targeted towards males anyway. So everybody, the dicks all look the same. I mean, yes, black dicks are huge, but you see them in straight pornos too, I would assume.
We've all seen dicks. We have dicks.
Yeah.
And that's what we do here. We ask the hard-hitting questions.
Damn right we do. All right, so we're going to jump right into our 4-pack of questions. I'll still keep you posted. We're at commercial break before the horse race. So 4-pack question number 1. Give me a movie that's plot could have been easily avoided if they just called the police.
Home Alone.
Yep. Okay. They did call the police, though, but Kevin was hiding in the house. Remember, he's just like, the house is secure. Tell them to count their kids.
Yeah, okay, I remember that. But if he called the police and was like, "Hey, there's like these crazy guys trying to break into my house, like help," they would have came. But someone else called the police, right? Because they saw someone trying to.
Oh man, Marley. Yep.
Okay. Right. Yeah. No. So I mean, yeah, I guess it is a little bit of like a loophole, but yeah, if Kevin called the police and was like, these guys are trying to murder me, can you come help? Like, I think they would have avoided. Well, I mean, it wouldn't have been a very entertaining movie, but
yeah,
would have avoided all the shenanigans.
I don't know why he was so afraid to call the police. They really don't.
Yeah, it doesn't
address that well.
It doesn't make sense. Like when I was a kid, like that age, I'd be terrified to be on my own. Like maybe it'd be cool for like a couple hours, and I was like, oh shit, I got to eat.
Yeah,
like I don't know
exactly. And then he goes grocery shopping and everything. Yeah, mine is Halloween. Like serial killer just walking around with a fucking knife. Like I get it's Mike Myers and he's like immortal and it's tough to kill. But I mean, like you could contain him with the police. You know what I mean? Like they didn't even try. Like,
yeah, I mean, I think it was either in the fourth one or the fifth one. They finally like arrested him and had him in custody, and then like some maniac with like a machine gun broke him out.
Yeah, exactly. So, and we got the horse race ready to go, so we're gonna cue up the Rudy music. I'm gonna turn up the sound. I got the 5 horse who's 9-2. His name is Agreeable. It's a good looking horse. I'm pretty confident. I got $20 in him to win. And then I am just all right. I got to go into full horse race mode. So sit back, relax, and enjoy, folks.
To the distance, and Michael has had a good meet. He did pick up a victory.
Wait, who do you have again?
The 5 horse. Agreeable.
Agreeable. Okay.
Agreeable.
I think all the horses running well.
Kurt Becker, he has the call, just waiting on Thread the Needle.
Let's go Thread the Needle.
As well as the 8, Mizzen Colony. To complete the field, there's Thread the Needle, rather. They are set. Here's Kurt Becker.
They are at the post. And they're off. Slow start for Mizzen Colony. Now they're
looking good.
Kick out for the lead, joined by Thread the Needle from the outside. Actress on board is up
sloppy track.
Well.
Very sloppy track.
Sunrise is way fourth down toward the inside. Skeptic has the lead, 1 lane off the rail. It moves by now and starts to clear for the top spot. Gets to the inside.
We're in fourth.
Moves up to the second. Outside of Skeptic, and now they go at it for the early lead. Actress on board, settles back from that front pair into third. Agreeable is fourth, Ghosted to the outside in fifth. Tequila Sunrise is sixth. Go Metro Girl travels into seventh.
I was going to bet on Tequila Sunrise, but he's 42-1. Just couldn't do it.
That's aggressive.
Oh, we're coming, baby. Final odds for us is 6-1 too. So this would be a nice little $120 purse.
Running 4 lengths off the lead. Then Tequila Sunrise,
oh boy.
who's 5 from the front.
Oh boy.
Colony moves up down toward the rail from 6th position.
We're fading. We're fading. Fuck.
47 and 4/5 seconds. Thread the Needle has the lead from Actress on board and Skeptic, but the top 3 are separated.
Come on, run harder.
Fuck. Back to Tequila Sunrise in 4th. Mizzen Colony still moving along the rail 5th, but still 5 lengths off the lead. Ghosted begins to drop.
Okay. We're at the final turn.
Has the lead by 3 parts of a length. Tequila Sunrise has to go 4 wide off the far turn. Actress on board is there in between horses. Thread the Needle is now in the 4th position as they move into the final furlong. And Tequila Sunrise is trying to catch Skeptic, and Actress on board is fighting on between those two, but Skeptic the leader. Skeptic by 2. Tequila Sunrise chasing on from 2nd. Skeptic wins it for
Fuck. Okay. Came in dead last.
Oh.
Dead last place. So that's another unsuccessful horse race for our Saturday show. I did like I did in the last one. I had an accidental bet Tampa Bay down. So we'll see. I lost that race. So lost $40. We're down $40 today. We're gonna call it a day. So yeah, we'll bring it right back to the show here. So yeah, Halloween. They should have called the police. I mean, that would have been. I think Michael Myers could have been contained right off the bat if somebody was just like, "Hey, that doesn't look right. Call 911." You know, while the kid's sitting there watching TV and like she looks across the street and there's a guy walking around with like a knife. Yeah. Jesus. I mean, come on, people.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I don't know if a call to the police would have helped. Maybe a call to like the military.
Yes.
Like get a tank in there.
You can just call the military.
Like you don't have the military number saved in your phone.
We have to like call we need like they probably wouldn't believe it and they'd send a couple of cops and they'd get killed and cops are lazy in horror movies, so I get why you wouldn't want to call it. But so we'll move on to second question here. So we got a would you rather. So would you rather go to jail for 4 years for something that you did not do, or get away with something horrible that you did, but you always have to live in fear of getting caught?
Yeah, this is tough. I mean, I would probably go with the latter and just not go to jail because from everything I've seen, Never been to jail, but from everything I've seen on TV, movies, jail's just awful.
I don't even think the movies do a great job of depicting what jail is really like. Because I mean, I've never been to jail, but I mean, like from people I know who've been in the drunk tank, it's literally just a cell and you just sit there. There's nothing to do.
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, actual prison's a little bit different. I mean, you have your own cell, and they have like you have like recess and lunchtime and everything. And
you got your bitch.
Yeah, of course. I mean, you would thrive in there.
Oh, I would get demolished.
That might be an over the line.
Yeah, right down. You've been over the line a couple times.
Clean it up. Feeling a little frisky today.
Homophobic slut.
Whoa!
Am I over the line? I'm sorry. So yeah, you're gonna just try to live in fear of getting caught. Like we'll say what the crime is. You hit and run like a child. Okay.
Yeah,
an infant child, hit and run. You were wasted behind the wheel, you greasy son of a bitch. Fuck you, Tones.
I'm just trying to have a good time here.
You had to get back home and you had to hose off the blood off like the front. Now you got to live with that forever, knowing that child is dead.
Well, hold on. Let me ask you this: what is the crime that you're wrongly put away for?
The same crime, except it wasn't you. It was me.
Son of a bitch.
And I betrayed you. And you got to be my fall guy and go to jail for 4 years.
Yeah, I think I'd rather live with it. Like if I ended up getting put away to jail for like killing a child molester or something, then like I could live with that because like people would be like, all right.
No, it's in cold blood. It's in cold blood. You hit a kid while you were wasted.
Yeah, no, that's just like a scumbag move. So
you get betrayed by me and go for 4 years, or you just have to fucking live with it.
I am not getting butt fucked for you for 4 years. Like I'm not like you're my friend, but I'm not doing that for you.
Yeah, and first of all, this would not be a 4-year crime.
No,
but I'd say I would say I guess if to make it make more sense is like after the 4th year in prison, they realize that it wasn't you and you get released, sort of thing. I think I'd go to jail for the 4 years because I think if I was living with that, I'd be like, I just totally wish I didn't do this. Like either like if I didn't do the crime, like that's what I'd rather have. Like if I was in jail, I'd be sitting there. At least I have something on my mind knowing that like I didn't do it. So like I'm gonna get out of here eventually. Didn't think it would take 4 years. I mean, look at Andy Dufresne. I mean, like, he did 19 years.
Well, he went through some shit though.
Shit.
Like, I'm not trying to go through all that. I mean, but here's what I see. Here's how I see it. I mean, if I don't go to jail and I have to live with it, and it really bothers me that much, I could always turn myself in and do the jail time anyway.
Mm-hmm.
Like at least this way I have the option of not going to jail if I don't want to. The other way, like I just get thrown.
But yeah, if you do get caught though, you're gonna have to deal with the legitimate repercussions of hitting a child while you were wasted behind the wheel. So that's probably going to be like 30, 40 years.
Yeah, I mean, unless you're like Dante Stallworth, who killed the guy driving and got 18 months probation.
Well, the guy that Dante Stallworth hit, his BAC was like 8. The guy that he was 20 million times drunker than he was. That's why he got off so easy with like 30 days in jail. It's like, you were drunk. This guy was fucking drunk.
He was drunk. He's a scumbag. Let it, it doesn't matter.
This guy shouldn't have been crossing the street. Like he was like wobbling everywhere. That was an interesting story. Yeah. But that was a good discussion. I think my official answer would I would do the 4 years in jail. I mean I think if I had to go to jail for 4 years, I'd do my body would probably get into much better shape. I'd be more disciplined with my health habits.
Yeah, yeah, definitely work.
Once you return to the outside, you're like a rugged, like, I've seen some shit. I went to jail for 4 years for something I didn't do, kind of thing. Probably get like interviews on this Today Show and everything.
You know how hard it is to get a job after you've been incarcerated, though.
Yeah, but for wrongly incarcerated though, like you're like a national story after.
Yeah,
like,
everyone would want to give you a job.
Yeah. And even if you don't, then like you could sue the shit out of like somebody, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And getting
I'll sue the shit out of you.
Yeah.
You for wrongfully imprisoning me.
I didn't do shit, and I've been sitting in this goddamn box for 4 fucking years, man. Yeah, but I mean, college flew by in 4 years, so like jail's probably kind of like that.
Yeah, but jail's a lot more dangerous.
Probably a little bit slower.
A lot more stabbings.
Probably a little bit more minute by minute kind of thing. Like, oh my God, it's only been 3 days. I feel like I've been in here for 4 months sort of thing.
It's not like you could just go out one weekend and just like the whole weekend just kind of blends into one day. It's not like you're just sitting there sober as fuck, like staring at a wall.
Oh God. Yeah, but so you're sticking with your guns. You would live with the guilty conscience of killing a child.
Yeah, I'm really good at suppressing stuff. So like I'll just keep it real deep down and just like it'll turn into an ulcer at some point, but like, I'll deal with that when it arises.
All right. So moving into our third question of the 4-pack. So a genie pops out of a bottle. Bam! All right. So this genie's unconventional. He's only got one wish instead of the conventional 3 wishes. So you only get one. All right. He's very strict and he's late for wherever the genie is supposed to be going. What's your wish?
Why don't you take this one first?
All right, mine's pretty simple. I'd want to be a shredding face melting guitarist where I'm so good. Rock comes back, all the rapping, EDM and all this Coachella shit dies, and like rock is back, and everybody puts their faith back into a loud guitar, and we just make so much money. It's so famous. Like it would be like the Foo Fighters, what they're trying to do, but like to an extreme. Just the best band, best guitarist of all time. That's what I want, to save rock and roll with my guitar.
That's respectable.
And just for the listeners out there, I don't play any guitar, and I know I should, but I'm lazy.
He is a world-class air guitarist, though.
I do compete in air guitar competitions every year, which is coming up next year again in Philadelphia. I will be there. I won.
This isn't a joke.
Year. Yeah, I'm not. No, this isn't a joke at all. No, I played Fuel by Metallica. I fucking crushed it, but I went Fuel. I went pure like just playing the guitar. I didn't do any like showmanship. People are like flipping their air guitars, lighting it on fire, sort of thing. But I just like went up and played like every note. And they're like, "You're very technically sound. Probably the most technically sound air guitarist I've ever seen. But you didn't put on much of a show. Like you went full James Hetfield on us. Like you just stood up there and just played it for a minute, and like they couldn't really give me much of the score. But I did win Rookie of the Year. So they're going to be happy to have me back next year in Philadelphia. So
it's impressive.
Yeah, it is. It's really not a big deal.
Yeah, we should do something for that. We should all like just go.
Oh yeah,
get all the. Oh wait, here. This is what we're going to do. Right now, we're going to unveil what we're calling the listeners.
Okay.
Right.
Oh yeah, that's right.
We haven't done that yet. So for all of you listening out there, you are part of the Bomb Squad. That's what we're going to call
it. Bomb Squad.
Hashtag Bomb Squad. That's what you guys are, because we're the TNT Dynamite podcast. You guys are the Bomb Squad.
Yep. So I'd say a year from now, we're going to have hashtag Bomb Squad trending on Twitter, and people are going to freak out like, whoa, Bomb Squad, what's going on? Oh, no, it's just the world's most explosive podcast. That's all it is. So what's your wish from the genie?
My wish, I actually like your answer a little bit better. It's a little bit more personal, but I would wish to just never be tired and never have to sleep. So I'm
telling you, man, just get Adderall. You don't even need a genie for that.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying to never have to sleep ever. Like if you just could stay awake like 24/7, like all day, like you think about how much more shit you would get done.
Yeah, but think about how horrible it would be if you got really, really, really drunk and you couldn't go to sleep.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
You'd just be a sluggish mess trying to like your body would actually like manually have to like digest like
you'd feel have to, every minute of the hangover. Like
yeah, like it's the best when your body goes into autopilot when you sleep off like the drunkenness and you have to deal with the hangover the next day. But like imagine having to like stay awake during the process of your body breaking down booze. Like, oh, forget about it.
Yeah. Okay, so let me change my answer. No hangovers. I'll sleep all day and just won't have a hangover.
Yeah. All right. There you go. Yeah, I mean, or we could just be like, never get hungover. I mean, that would be a simple one, but you can't waste a genie wish on that. Hangovers aren't that bad. And I was thinking if it was a legitimate one, I would definitely be like I wish that there was like an actual God in heaven sort of thing. That would be nice. Imagine knowing there's a guaranteed afterlife.
Yeah, I mean, that would definitely change the way I live my life.
Oh, for sure. Well, it would kind of suck, but it would be like, hey, eternity's waiting for sure, which is sweet. So, like, imagine like my grandparents, like they go to church every day. Like, imagine like doing that for 80 years, then you die and there's no heaven. Like, it's just like, what a bummer.
Imagine it's just like a waiting room. You just like
purgatory. Yeah.
It's just like that's all there is. There's no heaven, no hell. Just like a giant like waiting room. Just, no one ever gets called.
I like to think of it as because like the way that it is biblically, because you have like your day of judgment when you die, like you have to go in and sit in a room and watch like film like with God and just like go over the good and the bad and the ugly, which is a necessity. Yourself a grade sort of thing, like watch the film, like it's like Gruden's TV camp. Like, what are you thinking here? Like showing me having a cigarette, like what's this? Keeps rewinding and fast forwarding on it, sort of thing. And then at the end, you kind of like figure out if you can get in or not. You know, after watching the tape.
Remember you paid this black guy $80 to fuck him? Yeah.
Yeah, not good. It's a double whammy. You laid with another guy.
And he's gay.
And you paid for it. Not looking good. Not looking good. As he writes down his notepad.
I think God might be a little racist too, so he'll throw the black thing in there. He's like, and he was black.
That's an over the line.
Oh.
It's an aggressive over the line. Man, you're really on a roll today.
I was gonna say I'm lost in the sauce.
Homophobic racist over there. Accusing God of being racist. That's a new low.
I mean, all I'm saying is they've had a pretty tough go of it. And
I'm sure the liberals have done this already, so it's fine. God's a racist. You know? All right, so that brings us to our final question, the fourth of the 4-pack. All right, so would you rather live famously and die forgotten, or live an unknown life like we are now, and then when you die, you get famous? Like we brought up the before, how you're on a big Sublime kick. The lead singer of Sublime made their first album and then died before it was released, so he never actually got to see what he created, you know. But obviously, as we sit here today, like 25 years later, you know, Sublime is still, with the little music they put out, one of the greatest bands of all time. So what would you rather have?
I'd rather live famous and die forgotten, because I mean, once I'm dead, there's no point in being remembered then. I'm not gonna, like, I don't see any of that. I don't get those residual checks. Like, I don't, like, and as of right now, I don't have a family that could see the benefit of that. So it's like, I'd rather enjoy it while I can. And then once I die, like, people don't even realize, but then like maybe 30, 40 years down the line, like, oh, remember this guy? And like, maybe they'll remember me then. Yeah.
I mean, like, I'll take the contrary opinion. Like a lot of the guys, if you look at like Hendrix and like a lot of those rock stars that died at like 27 sort of thing, like they only put out a short sample size, but like they'll be remembered forever. But if you were to like know that, like on your deathbed, like you're going to be remembered like how we remember Abraham Lincoln today, sort of thing. Like it's just going to be written in textbooks. Yeah, it's exactly like you'll always be there. And if I knew that as I was like going like to breathe my last breath, I think that would be a very comforting fucking thought before you actually have to die. Yeah, so I would take that, but only on those conditions that I knew that I'd be remembered forever, unlike the guy from Sublime.
I was going to say, I mean, I don't think Abraham Lincoln was sitting there with his brains leaking out of his head like, oh, they're going to remember me for this. Like, I don't think he was thinking about that. He was probably like, why would you shoot me?
Man. Yeah. I'm having a brain fart. Who's the one who shot him again?
Lee Harvey Oswald?
No, that guy who shot JFK.
No, it was Booth. James Wilkes Booth. John Wilkes Booth.
I think he had it right the first time. James Wilkes Booth. No, John Wilkes Booth. Yeah, John Wilkes Booth.
John Wilkes Booth. Yeah.
What an asshole.
Yeah.
What was his problem?
Yeah, he just didn't like theater, I guess. I don't know.
I think he was probably just an extreme racist who wanted slaves, and he was not happy about what Abe was doing with freeing the slaves.
Yeah, it's probably something along those lines. Or it was the Illuminati paying him because Abe Lincoln was fucking up their plans. That's my guess. There's some of the aliens, maybe. There's some aliens involved. I don't know.
Going back to the Judgment Day thing, sit in a theater with God if you're John Wilkes Booth, like, not good. Tell me why I should let you in.
What was happening here? Why would you shoot him?
Heaven is like, it's like a college, and like purgatory is like getting waitlisted. I think you have to do a lot to have to get to hell, but that's one of them. Killing Abe Lincoln, like,
yeah, that's.
I've assessed it. There's no way I could forgive you. You somehow fucked up the unconditional love thing that I got here. I could forgive anything, but you, Bin Laden, and Hitler gotta go. You know?
Yeah, I mean, John Wilkes Booth, he applied early action to hell.
Yeah.
No way, like, he applied early action. I want to go to hell. Let's do it.
All right, that's great. All right, well, that's our Saturday episode on a Sunday. I am traveling this week, Tones, but I'm gonna bring my microphone. So if we can, I could probably broadcast out of the hotel room. So I'll let you know. But thanks for everybody tuning in. Hope you enjoyed it. Let us know if you liked it or you hated the fucking shit out of it. That'd be great. Until then, we'll see you soon. Thanks for tuning in again.